Hey guys, welcome back to another therapy session video, monthly therapy sessions. You guys know how it is with these videos that I've been doing for the last over 3 years now. But I'm currently filming this on October 9th, and obviously this will be out on October 18th because that's just how I have it scheduled. You guys know how I do things a lot more seriously now. But I'm talking quietly because, as you guys can see, I'm in a completely new environment, completely new background, completely new area, new location. And if you guys didn't know, is that I announced on the podcast that I was going to be moving, and I moved a lot sooner than I thought I was going to because I just really needed to get the fuck out of my last location that I was in. But if you guys know, I am living with my grandmother now. I'm in the basement, so I know there's shit behind me, but that's nothing. But yeah, so a lot has changed in this last week when I'm filming this. Really just in the last 4 to 5 days, honestly. But I just want to get a few things off of my chest, and I know the things that I'm about to talk about is going to sound different compared to the title, because I know in the title it was going to sound more of like a more positive outlook, if you will. But I'm just going to get right into it, and I'm just going to talk about, whatever's on my mind, just kind of get to the point and try to keep the video under 20 minutes, because I don't want to be here for too long. I'm currently recording this at 10:30 at night, so I'm trying to keep my voice down, but I'm in the basement, so it's not like it matters, but at the same time, I'm courteous about the other people I live with. So where should I start? I guess I should start off with how I was feeling yesterday, which was October 8th. But for some reason, like, as I was, getting settled in, here at my grandmother's, after only being here for a few days, as far as like living, I just been having this anxiety. And you guys know me for a long time, that like, for those of you that have been around for a long time, you guys know that I've talked about struggling with depression, anxiety. I've been talking about it for years. And it's crazy how it can really just get bad at times, and just last night, for some reason, I was just fucking, I was out of it. Like, I was getting all emotional and whatnot, and it was just hard for me to kind of work with my thoughts and all that kind of stuff. And I know there's, certain people that I live with now watch these videos, and they're gonna, and if they see this, they're gonna be like, hey, what's the fuck's going on? Why are you not talking to me? But this is how I truly get it out, is because for some reason I don't feel like I can get it out, like a normal person, and talk to somebody about it, but except I talk to the entire world. So, but no, it's just, I've talked about how, like, I feel like I do things the only way I know how. And I know, like, that sounds very generic because obviously people do things the only way they know how. But I say that as in, like, I don't know, like, we just do things the way that we think we should, even though it's different from other people, But I don't know, but like yesterday I was like really down in the dumps, and literally on into today, and that anxiety just kept fucking, messing with me. And then today I reached out to Hunter because we were gonna film an episode of the podcast today, but we figured that since we're a little ahead, we can get away with not doing it for another few days. So we plan on doing it on Friday and stuff like that. And it'll be really fun. I'm really looking forward to it because Hunter had an idea in mind, and I was like, that's really fucking cool. So you guys gotta stay tuned for that one. Which actually, that one will air the day after this is out. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I don't know. I've just been thinking about, how I'm really starting this new chapter, and I'm just really anxious about it for some reason, because for those of you, the last chapter started like last summer, and I was just really, really broken, and I just couldn't seemed to, I wasn't myself like over a year or so ago. And that whole chapter was really trying to find myself again. And I feel like that chapter took a period of like 14 months. And I feel like this move to my grandmother's really started a new chapter for me because everything feels so much different from before, if that makes sense. But it's in a good way. It's in a good way. It really is, because this move was for the better for me, getting out in the environment that I was in and not trying to disrespect any of the people that I lived with before. I'm very grateful for them to take me in for as long as they did. But moving on, just worrying about what I have to do next and the future. And I know, like, we all fucking do that, but like, we all worry about the future and whatnot. But it's just a matter of like, because I talk about like happiness and whatnot, and I talk about mental health, and I talk about being down in the dumps, yada yada yada. And and I look back at these videos that I make, and I'm kind of a fucking hypocrite. Like, I've said this many times before, and I just don't know if I'm ever gonna learn my fucking lesson. I don't know. And I for sure feel like a hypocrite because I literally just made a fucking documentary called Happiness Starts With Me back in August that I spent all summer doing. And here I am freaking being all down in the dumps again. But I'll be fine. I'll figure it out. I always seem to figure it out in my own way. Back to talking about that. Only one way I know how. But I don't know. Because I've been so set on like these last few years, like since being on the lowest of lows, I always try to focus on trying to get to the highest of highs. And I know the things that I want to get accomplished in life, and I'm trying to remember it's about the journey, not the destination. That's what everyone's saying, because if we just focus on the destination, we're not going to appreciate the time that we have during the journey, and we're going to wish that we spent more time focusing on the journey than the destination, or taking that time for granted or whatever. And I'm trying to keep that into consideration, because life is too short to take anything for granted or to really just like get through, shit. But I'm afraid of failing. I don't know why that's been on my mind, but I'm just afraid of failing. Like, that's always been back of my mind. Like, either if it comes to like small goals or YouTube or anything like that, But yeah, I've just been so worried about that, and because I just been having this thought in my head that like, or it's like an analogy, whatever you feel like, but I can just picture myself looking up the mountain of just, so like, try to picture this with me, close your eyes if you have to, but just first person view, it's just you, and then you're looking up like this massive mountain, and Mount Everest or some shit like that, whatever pops in your head first. And on top of that mountain, you see just all the things that you want to accomplish in life, and the things that would make you truly happy, and the things that you would want that would claim that you made it. Like, in your life, you won, you made it, and there's nothing else for you to do, and you are just on top of that mountain, and nothing else can bring you down. I see myself looking back at all the goals and things I want to accomplish, like my dream job, YouTube, or wrestling, or happy relationships, dream place, or future events or things that you want to do, those kinds of things. I look at all that and I'm just like, man, I want that so badly. But then I just feel like it looks back down at me, and then it's like, you're not fucking getting here. You know what I mean? Like, you're way the fuck down here, and we're up here, and you're not even capable of getting up here, kind of thing. And of course, it's just that voice that just says that like that. Like, you can't you can't do that shit. Like, you can't accomplish that shit. You don't deserve it. You're not deserving of any of that. And that's just something that's just really been in my head, because once you replay a scenario in your head, you start to believe it. And that's been me as of late. Like, I don't feel like I'm deserving of all those things I want so badly in this life. And it's crazy because I was talking to Hunter tonight and I was telling him all these things, and I've talked about how, like, I respect so many people in my life, almost every single one person I love so dearly. I respect them so much more than myself because I see them at such a high, I have them set at such a higher pedestal because I feel like there's so many people in my life that are better than me in so many ways. I don't know if it has anything to do with me being the youngest in my family and always looking up to people and feeling like, oh, I can never be that kind of standard. I don't know. And Hunter was talking about how, like, I respect you more than I respect myself. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. But and I was like, you have no reason to respect me more than yourself. Like Hunter is my best friend, and he's my brother, and I love him to death. And I can't imagine him saying something like that, saying that he respects me more, because I just don't see that. I don't see that because I'm the one over here always fucking getting down the dumps, and he's, probably one of the most chill, calm people that I know, and I wish I could live that way, because I've always just been such an anxious person and worrying about what's next and having a butt-fuck clue of what's going to happen next, even though none of us do. But that gets back to, like, the title of this video is that I really am blessed. I am acknowledging my blessings. For example, moving to my grandmother's with family that I love, and it's in a healthy environment for me. To me, that's a blessing. And to be able to be with family more that I don't get to see that often, but now I do, that's a blessing. To be able to have the friends that I have that love me and support me, and that I love them so much and do anything for them too, that's a blessing. To be able to do what I do for YouTube, even though if it's just a hobby right now, it's not necessarily a career yet, but I still get to do it, that's a blessing. And I'm trying to acknowledge those because I really truly am blessed with the things that I have, and even certain relationships that I have now that I am blessed for. And then I get into the thought of, what if I lose those? Like, what if God decides one day to, like, I do a certain thing, and he's like, nope, sorry, no more of that, I'm afraid of that because I really don't want to get myself in a situation to where I just fuck things up, and to the point that I lose things that mean so much to me. And that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of fucking up. Not saying that I would put myself in this situation to fuck up, but I'm afraid of fucking up, not realizing I fucked up, and then finding out later on and being like, oh shit, and then realizing, and then I'm fucked, because it's too late. And I found myself in situations like that before. Granted, it's more personal stuff, but I don't know, I'm afraid of fucking up, and I'm afraid of losing things that I have now. I'm not necessarily too worried about the friendships part, the family part, because I know we're all like this, and I'm forever grateful for that. It's the more things of, like, the things that I hold on to the most, that I worry about slipping out my fingers, is the certain relationships I have now and this, because it's those kind of things that I don't think I could live without. I don't think I could live without talking to a camera and you guys responding. Like, to me, that sounds like a fucking nightmare because I've made YouTube part of my life. It is my life. And I can't imagine a life without doing it. And I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because it's the only thing I know how to do and that I enjoy doing. It's back to that thing of, like, it's the only thing I know how to do. And talking about relationships, now I know I'm 19 and, I don't know, I just think I'm bad at relationships, dude, like, because I love differently. And I'm not trying to jump into this topic, but, I'm the kind of person that will love so deeply, even though I do it in the most subtle ways, like the most quiet ways of, like, loving somebody, but yet I will always do anything for them at any point in time. They just gotta make that call or send that text, I'm willing to do anything for somebody. And for some reason, I feel like in this generation, that's too much, because we live in a world of egomaniacs, and people seek more fantasy than realistic things. And I try to be as real as I can be. I don't try to play like a fantasy. I don't try to play a filter on YouTube. I don't try to be somebody else on YouTube. I try to be my authentic self. And a lot of people seem to love that, and I'm glad, because I would rather do that than try to play like a character on the internet and completely make a fool out of myself, I don't know. I don't know. I've just been so afraid of the future, because I feel like I'm afraid of losing some things. I'll be honest. I'm not going to say what they are, because they're kind of personal. I'm just afraid of losing the things I currently have, because I don't know what I would do without them. And maybe it has something to do with relationships and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like a lot of us fear that, because we convince ourselves that we're not good enough, and we believe that, and it puts us in this constant worry and anxiety of like, oh, how does this person feel about me? Do they still feel this certain way? And I tried to remember is that if someone truly cares for you, and if someone truly loves you, they would never, and I mean they would never, put themselves in a situation to lose you. And I believe that. I believe that so much, because it's true. Because why would you want to lose someone that you consider your entire world, just for them to just walk out that door? Then your world is gone. You're lost. You're living in the abyss. You're empty. You're numb. And to me, that's such a devastating feeling, and I hate that feeling, and I don't wish that feeling upon anybody. And that just shows how important connection and relationships are, so important in our lives. Because I don't know what I would do without my connections. Because people need people. That's the reality of it. People need people, whether you guys realize it or not. Family, relationships, friendships, acquaintances, you name it. Neighbors, roommates, anybody. Hell, even strangers, I don't know. But, I don't know. I hope I came across what I needed to say in this video. But I just want to say how truly grateful I am for you guys, that you guys engage with me. And we're at nearly 700 subscribers at this point. So I got the hiccups. But I'm just incredibly grateful. I'm not trying to fear the future so much. Even my mom told me something about have faith over fear, and I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to have more faith than fear. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just scared. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why, but it's for things I'm not willing to admit on the internet. But yeah. And also, I know Hurricane Milton is fucking washing over Florida right now, so I just want to send out a quick prayer to my mom and my sister who live in Florida. I hope you guys are okay. Stay safe. Hope to see you guys soon, and we'll get through this freaking hurricane. Did I just say hurricane? I mean, fuck, it's October. Maybe it's fitting. I don't fucking know. But anyways, I'm tired. I'm just going to mellow out for the rest of the night. Maybe I'll get back to filling on videos tomorrow, this weekend, or something like that, to kind of just stay in tune, just to get back ahead of the schedule with you guys. And I know I got back on The Last of Us Part 2, and I'm trying to adjust back to freaking 2-hour episodes again, because after filming one episode of 2 hours, it's fucking exhausting. I gotta get used to that. I mean, granted, the last time I did that was God of War, and I haven't done that in like 8 months, so I guess I should probably get used to it again. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. I know I was going to try to make it stay under 20 minutes, but you guys know I blob forever. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want, make sure to count your blessings in the comments. What do you guys consider blessings in your own life? maybe comment down below. I know I said mine, but I'm gonna try to have faith over fear, and I just gotta keep pushing. So, and try to be happy, because it's an inside job. We all know that. That's why that's the whole point of the title of the documentary I created, was Happiness Starts With Me. And maybe I'll make a sequel to that. I got some ideas, or a certain someone gave me ideas. I'm not going to tell you guys who it is, but a certain someone gave me ideas, and I'm thinking about possibly making that a sequel to the documentary I released this last summer. And maybe once down in the future, maybe I'll release it. And I still gotta get back on the freaking Halloween paranormal series, because I need to get back on that, because Halloween's coming up, so I need that out by then. A lot of things to do, but I'll get it done. So, anyways, I love you guys with all my heart. You guys are amazing. I'm gonna hang in there, and I know it's getting to that time of year where it's just really hard for me. Seasonal depression, and people gotta realize too that like seasonal depression hits a lot harder than just regular depression. Hits like 10 times as harder for people that deal with depression all year round, But I need to stop talking. Because I said I would keep it under 20 minutes, but apparently I just can't keep my mouth shut. God, I can't even speak. So, anyways, guys, I love you guys so much. I'm gonna hang in there. Maybe leave some sweet comments down below, because I really need that, and I appreciate it, and it's so heartwarming to read those comments. So, love you guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Take care of yourselves. Happy spooky season, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. Be well. Stay blessed. Love you guys. Bye.